Hey there folks, welcome to another video. So I wanted to do I wanted to give my thoughts and my opinions and feedback on the 9/11. So today is the 24th anniversary of it. So yeah, today's the 24th anniversary, and honestly, like, just looking back at it, at 9/11, like, I was only like 6 years old when it happened. So I don't necessarily remember much about 9/11, but honestly, my thoughts and my prayers go out to the victims that was affected by 9/11, or for anybody that had lost anybody to 9/11. And I know last year I did a remembrance for 9/11, but I think it's important to keep history alive, because I know one day if I ever decide, I'm just saying, if I will ever decide to have children, I'm going to educate them about 9/11 and why it's important to never forget it, because all those a lot out of those 3,000 victims, some of them were policemen and firefighters, and honestly, they are the real heroes. They were the real heroes out of those 3,000 people, and they were one of those 3,000 people that lost their lives because, um, they pretty much risked their lives to try and save others. But it took a couple of days for them to it took a while to it probably took weeks for them to get to all the dead bodies in those collapsing towers. Well, not all dead bodies, but like people was trapped underneath all that concrete and, I don't know, glass, all different parts of the building, but of those twin towers. But like, I was surprised that they rebuilt uh, the World Trade Center. I was surprised they ever even rebuild the World Trade Center. And the World Trade Center station on the one train, like, that was closed for a lot of years. And then they decided to rebuild it and bring it back. So now that it's back now, I cannot necessarily go to the memorial, because right now right now it's only open to the families that were affected by 9/11. So I want to give them their space and their moment and their chance to remember their loved ones. And it's just another reminder. This is just a wake-up call. This is just another reminder that we're not promised tomorrow. We're not at all. We're definitely not promised tomorrow. And if you have a loved one, I guess you don't call them as much, or you don't have the best relationship with them, just try to make the effort to call them, or even check up on them, because they may not be here. They're not promised the next couple of hours, tomorrow, or next week. None of us are. We're not promised 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 1 month from now. We're not promised at all. So, but like I said, this is just a wake-up call. This should be a wake-up call for a lot of us. And it's just so sad. 3,000 people died that day. It's crazy. Like, I mean, I know it's not a big number for NYC, but I can't imagine how much tragedy and how much hurt it has put on those families, because like once that hole is there, it never goes away. Like, that person that used to bring you joy, that used to bring you laughter, and you try to find it in other people, it's just not the same. It's not the same. Everybody's different. So, but most importantly, appreciate your loved ones while they are here, because you know, for example, the families who were affected by 9/11 that don't have their family members here anymore. You know, I honestly can't I just can't imagine what they're going through, but it's a really sad day for a lot of people, and you know, I mean, the 9/11 memorial looks beautiful. I do like the memorial. Um, I feel like it's a great way to remember the 3,000 victims that were affected by this tragedy, 9/11 tragedy, and to remember the 3,000 victims. But right now, the memorial right now is closed off until at least 3 or 4 in the afternoon, which I'm planning on going down there later today to pay my respects to the 3,000 victims and the families that were affected by 9/11. But here we are, 24 years later, we're still remembering. So I don't think we'll ever forget a really big tragedy like that. And I think was it, yeah, after 9/11, if you like go to the airports or anything, they now check you because they added security ever since 9/11, because they don't want people snuggling weapons or anything over, because you don't know what people can do these days. So you might try to cause a terror attack in another country. You might try to cause a tragedy in another country just by snuggling. Before 9/11, you could just bring anything over. You could just snuggle anything on the airplane, a gun, knife, anything. But now, after 9/11, that has changed. So, because they want to make sure that the airports are safe. But back to the 9/11 victims. But my thoughts and my prayers go out to them. And if you have been affected by this tragedy, by 9/11, if you've really been affected by it, my thoughts and my prayers go out to you. Or for anyone that has lost any loved ones to 9/11, my thoughts and my prayers also goes out to you. And most importantly, let me know what your thoughts and comment. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions down below. How had if you were affected by 9/11, how has 9/11 affected you over the last 24 years? If you are one of the people that was affected by 9/11, I'm not saying what I mean by affected, not just the ones that lost their lives, but the families, the people that are still alive that know someone, cousin, uncle, brother, that had a family member or a friend that lost their friend, their family members to 9/11. So, but let me know what your feedback is in the comments below. But but like I said, my thoughts, my prayers go out to you guys. Not just the people that lost their lives, but also the families as well. And but also looking at that, it's like, just looking like back then all the way until now, it's just it just lets me know that there's still a lot of hatred in this world. Even back then there was a lot of hatred, and still today there's a lot of hatred. And I know this administration is not the best presidential administration, but the only thing we can do over the next 4 years is just do our best. Honestly, just do our best. Just stay positive. Make the world bring as much positivity into the world as we possibly can. And that's why here on YouTube I try to bring positivity to a lot of you guys. I go on adventures, take you guys different places, because there's so much negativity. Who needs the negativity? I feel like we need more. We need a lot more positivity in this world. We really do. And it's really. I feel like them. I feel like they could have been something. I kind of feel like there could have been something to prevent. Well, I guess we didn't know that there was going to be a terror attack, but you know, but the 3,000 victims that they will never be, the 3,000 people that lost their lives, they will never ever be forgotten. So this is all a part of history. So we gotta continue to pass it on and never forget it, because you know, this is a sad day for a lot of people. And you know, to the policemen and the firefighters that sacrificed their lives, you know, rest in peace to you guys, and also thank you for your service. I know I don't say it as much, but to the policemen, the firefighters, a lot of times I be hearing a lot of sirens down the street, a lot of sirens. It drives me crazy. But at the same time, I understand, because they have to respond to emergencies. But, you know, at the same time, thank you for your service. And I definitely appreciate what you guys do for the city, because it's not easy. It's not easy having to respond to every single emergency or every single thing that goes on. There's always crime. There's always something going on, something going down in New York City. I mean, it's not much you can really do. So, but yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts and my opinions about 9/11 and give my feedback. Like I said, I'm not necessarily at the memorial, I'm just at my house, so I'm just giving my thoughts and my opinions on 9/11, looking back 24 years, because I'll tell you the truth, 24 years ago, 24 years ago, I can't remember anything. I was only 6 when it happened, so I couldn't remember nothing 24 years ago, no way. So, but like, if you was born like in the late 90s, or if you was born like in the late 90s or something like that, you're not gonna remember much. And unless, if for people that was born like the 80s, 70s, 60s, or even the 50s, the 40s, or the very early 90s, those are the people that will remember 9/11. I didn't even know where the hell I was at that time. September 11th, 2001. I didn't even know where I was. But like, only thing I can do is probably just go and ask my parents, you know, where was I at that time? You know, but I thank God that I was safe and I wasn't down there at the World Trade Center at that time, because I can't imagine if I was caught up in there. Just watching that and experiencing that, what that tragedy would have done to me. I know a lot of people are pretty traumatized behind it, and I can't really imagine that. So, and growing up, learning about it in school, no, I'm glad I learned about it in school, because I'm gonna say school doesn't teach you everything. So, but it did teach me about 9/11, and I learned a lot about 9/11 and about the 3,000 victims, what happened. So, but I'm not gonna keep you guys too long, but thank you everybody for watching this video. Appreciate it so much, and let me know what your thoughts are on 9/11, and I will have more videos this month, everybody. But anyways, you guys take care, have a good day. And I know it's a sad day for a lot of people. If you are having a sad day, and I know if today is not really the best day for you, I really hope you get through it, and hope you get through it, and it's definitely not easy getting over grief, because there's no timeline when you're gonna get over grief. Especially if you lost a child, grandchild, somebody that you love really close with. There's no timeline. There's no timeline ever to get over that. So it just sticks with you for life. It does, but it's just not the same without them. But anyways, you guys, take care, folks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Let me put this up here. Thank you for watching, folks. Have a good one, folks.